Lakers forward LeBron James has been supportive and understanding of the team's commitment to building around fellow star Luka Donic, ESPN's Shams Charania said Monday on First Take, YouTube link. Donic signed a 3-year max extension on Saturday, the first day he became eligible to re-up with the Los Angeles. James is nearing the end of his record-setting career. He turns 41 years old at the end of December. But Donic is theoretically just entering his prime, as the Slovenian guard is 26. James exercised his $52.6 million player option in June, which will make him an unrestricted free agent in 2026. While James was not physically present at the press conference to announce Donic's extension, he FaceTimed Donic to congratulate him on the new deal, as first reported by Mark Stein of the Stein Line, Substack link, and subsequently confirmed by ESPN's Dave McMenamin. I hope, obviously, he stays long-term, James told ESPN on April 30th. Laker fans love him here. LA has accepted him. We love him as a teammate, as a brother. But ultimately, he's got to make a decision for him. I ain't going to be around much longer. Here's more on the Lakers. Dan Woik of The Athletic details Donic's decision to extend with the Lakers and the subsequent celebration in Las Vegas that was attended by new owner Mark Walter, Governor Jeannie Buss, head coach J.J. Redick, and several teammates. He's only looking forward. And he's here. He wants to get the best players here. He wants to win, and he knows it starts with him, said Laura Beth Seeger, Donic's manager. And I think that's what he proved this offseason. Okay. Everyone wants to say, or people think that they know me, or I'm not a leader, or I'm this way, or I'm that way. I don't care. They can think and say whatever they want. I'm going to show them who I am. ESPN insiders McMenamin, Zach Cram, Tim Bontemps, and Bobby Marks examine how the Lakers should build around Donic, both now and in the future, including what types of players they should try to add, rim-running centers and 3-and-D wings, what tools they have to use in trades, and their salary cap situation moving forward. Marks points out that just because LA could have a significant amount of cap room in 2027 doesn't mean the team must solely rely on that to try to build out the roster. In that same ESPN story, Bontemps writes that while much of the offseason speculation about the Lakers has been centered on James' future, what they should do with Austin Reaves might be the trickier question. Reaves, who is widely expected to decline his 2026-27 player option, worth $14.9 million, in order to hit free agency next summer, reportedly declined a 4-year, $89 million extension in June, the maximum he was eligible to receive, in the hope of landing a bigger payday. I think he will get $30 million plus annually, one executive told ESPN, echoing multiple front office sources who were asked about the next deal Reaves could command. According to Bontemps, there's an expectation around the league that Reaves will re-sign with the Lakers, but to reach that $30 million per year figure, the 27-year-old guard may have to shine on the biggest stage after struggling in the first-round playoff loss to Minnesota. This is a big season for him, one Western Conference assistant coach said. He'd better bring it in the playoffs, because he's got to be good enough to pair with Donic. The Los Angeles Lakers raised a few eyebrows when they avoided offering long-term money this offseason aside from Luka Donic's 3-year, $165 million maximum extension. Their other moves this offseason were only 2-year deals each to Jake LaRavia, DeAndre Ayton, and Marcus Smart. Both Ayton and Smart have player options on the second year of their deals. LeBron James' $52.6 million will come off the books after next season. The Lakers can have as much as over $100 million in cap room next summer to chase a star in free agency, headlined by James and Kevin Durant, if he doesn't agree to an extension with the Houston Rockets. But the summer of 2027 is when more stars would potentially become available. Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Stephen Curry, Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Davis, and Donovan Mitchell. But the Lakers are not singularly focused on landing another star, ESPN's Dave McMenamin reported after Donic signed the long-term extension. While the team's aversion to offering free agent forward Dorian Finney-Smith a deal that extended beyond 2027, leading him to sign with the Houston Rockets, left some around the league with the impression that LA was preserving cap space to go after a big name in free agency that summer, A source familiar with the Lakers' thinking insists that their strategy is motivated by flexibility, not pining for another potential star. Lakers president explains cap strategy. Lakers president Rob Pelinka made it clear they are not punting to chase a star to pair with Donic, who will turn 27 in February. Make no mistake, we're in win championship now mode always, but I don't want to bore people with apron talk that the basketball public has had enough of that. But in the new system that we're in, having optionality is key to building teams. Pelinka explained during the August 2nd press conference that officially marked Donic's extension deal. I think we have seen some teams get stuck in the aprons, and once you're in them, it's hard to get out of them. And we've been very intentional with keeping our optionality to make win-now moves if they're good win-now moves to make, or to have sort of our flexibility in the future. But I say all that the optionality is there for us to use now if the right move comes our way. We want to make smart moves, but to be in a position of flexibility versus being stuck is really promising for how we're going to build this team moving forward. Jokic is the most intriguing possibility for the Lakers after the Serbian center put off signing a contract extension with the Denver Nuggets until next summer, according to the Denver Post. Leveraging the Donic-Jokic friendship. While it was a smart decision on Jokic's part since he would be eligible to sign for more next summer, that also left the door open for the Lakers the chance to pair him up with Donic, one of his close European friends in the NBA. The Nuggets star was among the first NBA players who reached out to Donic when the Dallas Mavericks shockingly traded him to the Lakers. Jokic passed up on signing a 3-year, $200 million extension this offseason. By doing so, he will be eligible to add a 4th year at an additional $77 million, according to ESPN's front office insider Bobby Marks. A lot can happen in a year. Just ask the Lakers and Donic. If the Nuggets season goes sideways, there is no guarantee Jokic will sign that extension. He can become a free agent in 2027 if he doesn't sign an extension and does not pick up his $62.8 million player option. But the Nuggets will certainly consider trading him if he doesn't extend. That's where the Lakers are hoping to leverage Jokic's friendship with Donic, according to Bleacher Report salary cap expert Eric Pincus. The hope is that Jokic's bond with Donic is why he picks the Lakers. Denver would get most of what the Lakers have in terms of young players and draft compensation, Pincus wrote on July 2nd. The Lakers have held on to their lone draft capital, 2031 or 2032 first-round pick, this summer, which will expand to as many as 3 first-rounders next summer and up to 4 in 2027 if they do not trade one. D'Angelo Russell is clearly not too thrilled with the team that traded him away twice. The new Dallas Mavericks guard Russell appeared recently on Time Out with Dwayne Wade. The conversation took place live at Fanatics Fest in New York last month, but the footage was only released this week. During the episode, Russell reflected on his basketball journey and got in a swipe at the Los Angeles Lakers while simultaneously praising the Brooklyn Nets. Russell played for both teams earlier in his NBA career. "Everything about Brooklyn is different," said Russell. "I've been around the league. I came from the Lakers where the structure is not the same, and then I go to Brooklyn where it's all structure. It taught me how to be a professional. I always approached the game to where I just was kinda nonchalant, and I felt like I could just wing it," Russell added. "When I got to Brooklyn, they taught me how to be a professional." Here is the full clip of Russell's remarks. Russell, now 29 years old, was drafted by the Lakers in 2015 before being traded to the Nets in 2017. He then returned to the Lakers via trade in 2023, before being traded to the Nets again in 2024. Based on those remarks, it sounds like Russell was referring to his first stint in LA, where he battled some well-documented maturity issues. But that is still not the best comment to be making about a former team while trying to talk up another one. The former All-Star Russell agreed to a surprisingly small contract with the Mavericks in free agency this summer. He will be eyeing a strong 2025-26 season followed by a return to free agency next summer, and you can probably cross the Lakers, whom Russell has gotten in other shots at in recent months, off his 2026 wish list.